Sorry if I'm butchering his name.
Because if you are using OpenAI API,
Yeah,
yes,
right.
no, yes, no, yes, no, and put everything on Clay.
To save a lot of headache. Today, we're going to talk about how to target and sell to the fastest growing PLG companies. So the challenge here is that even though the PLG segment is the fastest growing segment in the world, they're not really reachable by the traditional methods. So you cannot just go into LinkedIn, put in a filter to give you a list of 5,000 PLG companies. So there has to be a smart way of working on it. So to that end, we found a very interesting post by Jacob to winner. Sorry if I'm butchering his name. But Saunak, do you want to explain what his unique approach is?
Yeah, so we found it very interesting because PNG companies are in vogue. Like, look at the Canvas of the world and Loom of the world. Challenge, as you mentioned, there's no way for us to build a list. Okay. Especially if you are selling to product management teams and customer success teams. PLG companies are great. So Jacob came out with this very interesting LinkedIn post, and where he mentioned the way to build this list is not to go to LinkedIn or some of the traditional tools because there's no filter. You can't build that list. So he
Right.
suggested this tool called Clay. It's a new age tool. It's think of it as a Zapier, but more for the data manipulation. And what you can do is you can put a list of all, say, the software companies in Clay first. So it'll give you probably a 10,000 company. Then what you can do is use some sort of API like SCMrush or or maybe Zapier, or rather using Zapier, get the data from SCMrush, map for each of the companies what are their traffic score. Okay. And once generally PLG companies have good amount of traffic because it's product led. So people go there, they have free subscription, people try their product. And so the traffic are generally high. So if you can layer with some sort of SCM data or any sort of traffic data, you can literally figure out that, okay, out of these software company, these are the ones which have a good amount of traffic. And what you can do is then scoop out those companies. And then maybe if you're more adventurous, you can use an OpenAI API to give OpenAI the description of the company and ask, hey, give me whether it's a PLG company or not. And you can get the result and yes,
Right.
no, yes, no, yes, no, and put everything on Clay. And that way you can build really, really fast, powerful set of PLG companies. You can slice and dice the data. You can target PLG companies even with subsegments, because if you are using OpenAI API,
Yeah.
you can ask a lot of questions, right? I mean, what are the companies
Yeah.
inside the PLG company who are working in segment A, segment B, segment C? And you can write very targeted, personalized message and reach out to them for your product or service. So yeah, SCM Rush's API, I highly recommended. We found this is a cool recipe for building
Yeah.
list, which otherwise it's a lot of struggle. And your SDRs are not there for building. Their job is to sell. It's not to be the
Yeah.
data engineer.
Absolutely.
So these sort of recipes alongside Zapier tools like Clay, they go a long way. So
Yeah.
yeah, so that's the find of the day.
So this saves a lot of headache to the SDRs to build a exhaustive list and saves a lot of manpower, saves a lot of time. Uh, if this insight is helpful to you, consider subscribing to us. We come back to you with a lot of insightful uh, things like this on a weekly basis. Do consider subscribing to our channel. See you next time.